what the case was and how you guys decided to bring it.
Yeah, long story short is that Trump University was basically a wealth creation seminar, or motivational speaker upsell program wrapped in the gold veneer of the Trump brand. It was promising during the crash to help people invest in real estate, specifically how to invest in foreclosures and distressed properties, which itself is an interesting thing. A lot of the techniques that they were sharing were basically techniques to take advantage of people that couldn't make their payments on their houses and so forth and so on. It was actually kind of predatory, more than a little predatory, but that's a different story. At the core of it, what they would do is they would say, hey, you're going to come, it's a bait and switch. Hey, we're going to teach you everything you need to know about real estate. Then you'd get to that program that you paid $1,500 for, and they would say, oh, no, you're not ready for that. You need a mentor. Now we're going to upsell you on a $15,000 to $35,000 program. The Trump Elite programs, they had a gold and a silver and a bronze. And then you got to that level, and there's a lot of scams that work this way, right? You get upsold to like, oh, don't worry, those secrets we've been promising you, those are through the next door. You just have to pay one more time. So they get through that next door, and there's still nothing there, et cetera, et cetera. And there were other things too. Trump supposedly had handpicked the instructors. He didn't know them. He had no role in picking them. It was supposedly Trump's secrets for how to invest in real estate. It had nothing of the sort. It was all just, the curriculum was actually created by a company that made other wealth creation seminar programming, as well as timeshare rental hard sells. Fun fact. The instructors were not real estate experts in any way, shape, or form. And then to top it all off, they did fun things like say Donald Trump was going to be there, and then the next day you got to go take a picture with a cardboard cutout of him, which I think is actually a good microcosm for exactly how Trump University worked. So this was a whole scam thing that they did for about 3 years. Sadly, it was very successful. They conned $42 million out of about 6,000 people. We weren't the only ones, by the way, and I covered this in the book. This also crossed the desks of authorities in Texas and Florida, who ultimately did nothing about it. And interestingly, then those AGs got well-timed campaign checks from Trump.
Bondi was Florida.
Pam Bondi and Greg Abbott. Greg Abbott was the other one. He was AG at Texas at the time. The trials got pushed until after the 2016 election, but were slated to happen in the kind of like period between Thanksgiving and Christmas in 2016. Then Trump wins the election, and he finally caves, and we settle the cases globally, the two cases together, for $25 million. And that all went back to the consumers pretty much. So most of the people who got ripped off, the people who put in claims in that settlement, they got paid back a little over 90% of what they were, of what was taken from them. A lot of folks who are very religious and conservative and traditional somehow consider him a champion. Just blows my mind all the time. These were Trump super fans. They loved The Apprentice. They adored him. They thought he was the most successful, richest business person in America, which has never been true. But literally, even when I talked to them and they knew they'd been ripped off, they would still, in my phone calls with them, say things like, oh yeah, I would ask them, well, why did you want to go in the first place? Why did you go to Trump University? And the answer included often things like, well, he's the richest guy in New York. And it's like, no, he's not even close. Oh, he's the biggest real estate guy in New York. No, he's not even close. Like, but these were his biggest fans. His response was, let me pick my pocket and see if I can stab him while I'm at it.